Hello friends, welcome back to all of you on your channel that is on JE Physics Maniac. So as we were continuing today again, I have come up with a series. In this we will check few cases which are related to the constant relation in rigid bodies, and as I have explained in earlier videos also, this series I am doing by keeping one thing in mind, that this should help you in revising things or recollect the things that you have already done. So without wasting much time, let us proceed. So in the first case, they are asking the angular velocity of the slender bar AV as a function of distance x and constant angular velocity omega naught of the drum. So as the drum is wrapping, basically this A point will move in that direction. This I call it VA. And if I take this distance or this height to be h, and this is already x given, so one relation I can comfortably write that h by x, if I call this angle as alpha, is equal to tan alpha. So h is equal to x tan alpha, that will immediately get. And not only that, from the equation it is from the diagram it is clear that VA is basically nothing but omega naught into r, that is equal to minus of dx dt. This minus sign is coming because the x value is decreasing with respect to time. That's why we got the minus sign. So now we will take this equation into account. If I differentiate this with respect to time, we will get dx dt into tan alpha plus x of secant square alpha d alpha dt. So now if I check that this value, I can write 0 is equal to dx dt. We can write minus omega naught r into tan alpha plus of x secant square alpha d alpha dt is nothing but omega. This is the angular velocity of the rod. So there we can write omega naught into r tan alpha is equal to x into omega secant square alpha means 1 plus tan square alpha. So from here, if you check omega naught into r tan alpha, earlier we got h by x, so that is equal to x omega into 1 plus h by x whole square. And from this equation, it is very easy to figure out the value of omega that they are asking in this question. So I hope this is clear to everyone, right? So it's a very simple way of calculating things or projecting things. It's not difficult, right? So let us move on to the next question. So this is a good question actually. In this question, you can see that there is a linear actuator where point C is moved forward and A and B correspondingly are moving towards each other. Sorry, A is fixed, B is moving towards A. Then they are asking if the hydraulic cylinder decreases this distance at a rate u, then find the velocity of the jaw C in terms of angle theta. So let us see the technique, right? So in this case, how will I proceed? I will take this. So this angle will be theta by 2, and this is also theta by 2. This is also theta by 2. This is also theta by 2. So as a result, you can check that this distance is coming to be 2 into L by 2 sine theta by 2. That becomes L sine theta by 2. So this one is also L sine of theta by 2. This distance is also L sine of theta by 2. And this half distance is coming to be L by 2 sine theta by 2. So if I consider this whole distance as x, so x equal to, I can write 3L sine theta by 2 plus L by 2 sine theta by 2. So on a net it becomes 7L by 2 sine of theta by 2. This is the value of x. So now let us think about y. What is y here? Y is very simple. This is y actually. Now we will calculate that value of y also. So how much y will come? Y is coming to be 2 into, y is coming to be 2 into L by 2 cos of theta by 2. Right? If you can see that this value is L by 2 cos theta by 2. This is also L by 2 cos theta by 2. So total y becomes 2 into L by 2 cos theta by 2. So that is L cos of theta by 2. So if I differentiate this dy dt, it will come to be minus L sine theta by 2 into half of d theta dt. So here this dy dt value is given to u. This is minus u. Since y is decreasing, so I kept it minus u. Minus of L sine theta by 2 into half of d theta dt. So from there, I can easily figure out the value of d theta dt. That is equal to, it is coming to u by 2u divided by L sine of theta by 2. So that's the value of d theta dt that we are getting out here. Alright, now if I go back to this previous equation x, and if I differentiate this value of x out there, what is the value that we will get? Come back to this. So if I do dx dt, we will get 7L by 2 into cos theta by 2 into half of d theta dt. Now this d theta dt value, if we incorporate here, this dx dt is nothing but Vc. We can comfortably get the value of Vc. So that's the technique to solve. It's an easier technique, so better you follow this one only, right? Now in this series, the last question is similar to the previous question that we have solved, and it is very easily doable. We will do in a rapid pace of time only. कैसे करेंगे? You see, this is 2b sine theta and this b is given, so I can imagine this distance is b sine theta and this is also b sine theta. This is 2b sine theta, this perpendicular distance. So net y, if I think this is y, if I take this value as y, so y is equal to how much it is coming? It is coming to be 2b sine theta plus 2b sine theta. So that is coming to be 4b sine theta. So definitely dy dt will be equal to 4b cos theta into d theta dt. Now think about that. Dy dt is nothing but given to be Va. So I can write that as Va. Alright. So Va is equal to 4b cos theta into d theta dt. So from here, I can pick the value of d theta dt. This is Va by 4b cos theta. Fine. So this is the value of d theta dt we are getting from here. And what they are asking that what are the values of v with which b and c are moving. These two are moving towards each other. So for that, we will calculate the value of x and we will differentiate. If this is x, I can comfortably write now that x is equal to 2b cos theta. So dx dt is equal to 2b minus of sine theta into d theta dt. So 2b into minus of sine theta, d theta dt is how much? Va by 4b cos theta. So sine theta by cos theta, tan theta, this becomes 2. So if I just take mod value of v, then it becomes Va divided by 2 into tan theta. So that would be the final answer to this question. All right. So I hope you have enjoyed this thing. I mean, it's a very short and crisp session that I have taken, and I showed you that how to tackle this kind of things when there is a constant relation related to the rigid bodies. In the next series, I am coming with some fantastic questions involving springs. So I have kept the name as some weird cases of springs or some weird springs. I hope you will enjoy that session too. Again and again requesting you that if you think that you got some benefit out of it, please do subscribe and share, hit the like button. And again, thank you very much for being with me, for showing the patience with me, although I am not able to upload it continuously. Thanks all. Thank you.